Hi, fourth and fifth grade leaders. Megan here. Oh my goodness, we have a day of shenanigans planned. It's going to be so much fun, but such a great and powerful lesson, especially for this age group, on how Jesus can help us love others who are difficult to love. And so our opening icebreaker activity involves Oreos. And so I have these little packs of Oreos. There are 2 cookies in each one. So each kid gets 1 cookie, not 1 pack. And they are going to put it on their forehead and try and get the cookie from their forehead to their mouth without using their hands. We've done something like this in the past where it was like called peep face. It's been a couple of years since we did that, but kids had to get the peep from their forehead to their face. So it's really tricky, especially with a cookie that is this size. And so, yeah, I guess when they're done, if they'd like to eat it, they are welcome to eat their cookie. All right. And then when we get to our large group opener, we are going to continue on the theme that Jesus is going to be, teaching us to kind of live life backwards. And so I have a bunch of blindfolds, and you're going to have some volunteers in sets of 2. And they are going to have one person blindfold, and then the other person is going to lead the blindfolded person to go through around the room in a different course backwards. And so I am going to go ahead and have some tape lines set up for you from the stage area and kind of going out towards the back. And then if you want to have some volunteers beforehand, extend it or make it different with some zigzags or swirls, or just make it a little bit more challenging. Feel free to add to it how you see fit. But that's going to be our large group opener. And then from there, we'll move into our worship and declarations and so show. All right, and we divide off into our small group time. We've got our Bible story extension, and we've got our love challenge page. So each kiddo gets a love challenge page, and then there is enough sets of stickers for them to each get their own set of sticker page. And then they're going to want some scissors for this. They're going to pick 3 of the stickers that they want to challenge themselves this week. And then they are going to take these home, and they're going to color a heart every time that they meet a challenge. So if they welcome someone new with a friendly hello, or they tell someone God loves you, or if they invite someone new to play with them, or write a thank you note to their teacher or principal, they get to color those hearts. And then feel free that if they bring these love challenges back the following Sunday, that you've got kids cash for them. So I would say go ahead and treat this love challenge exactly like you would be treating one of the devotionals, and feel free to give them some kids cash to encourage them to do some challenging things. And then I also have a second container this week that's got our whiteboards, our whiteboard markers and erasers to meet with your small groups. And we're going to talk about what are some ways that we could love others like Jesus, brainstorm simple ways, and things like, make cards for the local nursing home, or do chalk walk with kind messages. See what the kids come up with, and then encourage them to actually, do those things. These kids are super capable and love to love. And so let's encourage them to start being the light. All right, and then as usual, we have our small group discussion questions. This is a really important part because this is kind of our apologetics piece of things. This is where they get to ask questions, or we get to ask questions, and it makes them kind of think and be supportive of each other and help build that faith. And then we've got our verses to take with you. So this week you're going to have them each write a word or 2 on a piece of paper, crumple it up into a ball, toss that ball into a pile, and then they have to work together to uncrumple all of their verses and put the verse in order. But ultimately it's a challenge, and we can do challenging things because we want to love like Jesus. All right, and another really fun treat activity. I've got some graham crackers, some frosting, there's spoons, and lots of sprinkles. And so I would suggest just taking a graham cracker stick. So I've got some of these that are already prepped, and then I've got some extra graham crackers in the box ready for you. But you're going to take these and kind of go through the different directions. And so you're going to give each kid a graham cracker base, and we're going to call this our prayer snack. And so first we're going to spread some frosting on our cracker. And as we do, let's think of one person who is hard for us to love, and we're covering them in prayer. So covering them in frosting, covering them in prayer. And then we're going to add some sprinkles to each piece and say, we're going to say, let's ask God to help us show a specific act of kindness to that person. And then like, help me say something nice, or help me share with them. And, we can do that. And then once the pear snack is created, they get to eat it. And then we can close our time in prayer. And we've got lots of some soaking music and worship songs that we can just end in. So I am so thankful to be serving alongside you guys. And if you've got any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to myself or Haley this week. All right. God bless you.